Well, good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's Southwest Florida Focus Program from Clear Channel radio stations right here in Punta Gorda. And we have a very interesting program lined up for you. I'm your host this morning, Charlie Shue. And we're going to be talking about the Cooper Street Learning Center. Here's an area that we have got such a great infusion of good things into our community, and we're having some fundraisers to help out the folks at Cooper Street. I want to talk with Grace Nurse first, because now you're the director over there. Is that right, Grace?
Yes, I am.
Title. I've seen you many years ago, and I want you to say hello to Margaret when you get back over there, okay?
I most certainly will.
Margaret used to work with us, Margaret Ford, and she's done a great job over there at Cooper Street. Tell us a little bit about how Cooper Street got started, its inception, and it's grown so much over the years, your 10 years of the tenure there. Give us a little background on that, would you please?
Cooper Street's been around for over 40 years. It started as an opportunity for black students to have a place to go in the community. As you all know, 40 years ago, Florida was segregated, and so there was no place for black kids to go. Even the high school, the kids were not allowed to go. They went to Dunbar High School. So the parents got together and found a facility so that their children could have a place to go. And so it grew. In 1986, the Black Women Association put together a group to help students at the center. It was just a recreational facility at that time. And they began to help students with their schoolwork. And it's grown in leaps and bounds. It's a safe environment for students. We're DCF certified. It's a place where children can come and have fun and learn. And it's also a place where parents can feel at ease to know that they can go to work. Many years ago, someone was always at home for a child to come home. Today, we all know that even with our children, both family members are working. And so if a facility like Cooper Street is not around, most of those children will be latchkey. We have had to institute a fee structure, and we found a drop-off of many of our students as a result of having that fee structure.
Wow. So in other words, the parents have to pay now to have the children be there?
Yes, it's a small fee of $50 per child, not to exceed $100 for a family. If the family is 6 or 10, we try to keep it a small fee.
Is that for the season then, or for a year, or what?
That's per month.
Per month?
It's per month.
Well, you know, there's so many things about the Cooper Street area, the Learning Center. It did start out as a recreation center, as you said. And indeed, if the kids had to come from Dunbar all the way back here, what a long bus ride that would be. But then again, they'd be out on the street. And so now you've got a great area, centralized area for basketball, games, pool, all those other things. But it has morphed into so much more than that, because I believe now you're calling it the Learning Center as well. And it is such, folks, I've got to tell you, this is a great project. I was over there one time. I was coming over. I was telling the ladies earlier here that I was going to make a speech, a presentation to the youngsters over there, and I fell asleep. I woke up late and got dressed hurriedly and ran over there. And when I was finished making my presentation, one little young man came up to me and said, "Mr. Shue, you have one brown shoe and one black shoe on." So I didn't even realize I put different shoes on when I get up there. I said, "Well, that's why my name is Shue." But there they were. There were the kids that were learning and staying in a safe area. And you know, when we talk about safety today, even schools, I mean, it's just absolutely incredible what a wonderful place it is for the parents to know that their kids can come back and have a safe place to stay until they're picked up to take them home.
You know, as a parent and a grandparent, we all know what happened in Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut. And we have had to institute shutting the doors now out of fear that someone could come upstairs where we're not, focused. We might be downstairs doing something. So we've had to lock the doors to make sure that they only enter and leave in one local spot where we can see them. It's a shame that our children have to live in fear today, but it is the world that we live in. And so I just want to say that Punta Gorda is a great place to live. The community that we live in is very caring, and we were in trouble financially, and that community in Punta Gorda just wrapped their arms around us and kept our doors open this year.
And they've done that many years in a row. So I know back about 4 or 5 years ago, there was also a financial situation, and Punta Gorda came to the rescue, and Charlotte County comes to the rescue. That's why this place is really such a great place to live. And that's why a group like your group that you head up over there at Cooper Street is so very important to our community. And it's not all black kids that go over there any longer. It's a mixture of youngsters teachers that are going over there. And I think that needs to be made clear, because it's a great melting pot for the kids, and it's a wonderful place for them all to be. Now, what are some of the things that you're after school that you're working with the kids on as far as education is
Well,
concerned?
let me just tell you some of the things that Cooper Street does. In the morning, we have a senior friendship center because it is a community-based organization. In the afternoon, the students come in. We have a cyber tutoring program. Charlotte County just purchased Fast Forward so that all the children in the county can use this reading tool. We've been using it for 2 years, so we are the state of the art. We're doing everything that we can possibly do to make sure that we bridge the gap between school and home. Many of our students are from single-family homes, and where grandparents are the guardian, and they're unable to really keep up with what's going on in the classroom. So we're making sure that we bridge that gap so that our children have all the opportunities academically so that they could become successful citizens and come back and build this community the way it should be.
Yeah, well, of course, that takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of thought, and it takes a lot from the community to help you do that project. It's an adjunct to the school system, and it's a great bridge, as you say. I like the word bridge, it works out very well. Well, the Punta Gorda Civic Association has taken on kind of the chore, at least annually that I know of doing some fundraisers for you folks. And they are very, very involved in that. I'd like to talk with Carol Nieberlein for just a moment. She is the co-chair of the planning committee for the home tour and also the president of Beyond Ourselves from the Punta Gorda Isles Civic Association. Carol, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome
Thank
to
you
the
for having
program.
us.
Tell me a little bit about, first of all, tell me a little bit about Punta Gorda Isles Civic Association.
Well, Punta Gorda Isles Civic Association is a umbrella association for many different clubs in the Punta Gorda Isles community. We are an association of boating clubs, of social clubs, card clubs, and this year in March, we started a new club, a community service organization called Beyond Ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And Beyond Ourselves is the same group that has been planning the fundraisers for Cooper Street for the last 3 years. And the Beyond Ourselves really feels like it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
It is our privilege to do what we're doing, and it is our responsibility to do that.
Beyond Ourselves. It's
Beyond
almost
Ourselves.
it's almost like the Rotary motto, service above self type thing, and an extension of yourself into the community, which is really what this whole community, I think, is all about. Well, now you're doing something here for a fundraiser to get some extra funds for the Cooper Street Learning Center. Tell us about that. I believe it's called a home tour.
Right. This is our second year for a home tour. It's our fourth year for our fundraiser. This year it's called Share the Love with the Kids Home Tour. And it's a tour of 9 gorgeous, beautifully decorated homes in Punta Gorda Isles. Each home is unique and to its owner. And I think people are going to love it. Last year we did a tour last February, and everyone came back to us and said, you have to do this again.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was very successful. We were able to raise quite a bit of money, so we want to raise more.
How are these? Yes, especially for Cooper Street, right?
Yes, we do.
How are these homes decorated? It's not like Christmas decorations when
No.
there's a holidays tour. These are, you mean, actually the furniture and how everything's arranged in the house and all that?
Some of the homes are decorator assisted,
Yeah.
done, but most of the homes really reflect their owners. We have several owners who are world travelers. They've been all over the world. They know people who've been in communities, public service, and they've traveled, and they have decorations from their travels in their homes. 2 or 3 other of our homes are artist homes.
Yeah.
And so we see their artwork in either pottery or we see the paintings, and they're beautiful.
Well,
You're
so
gonna love it.
as you say, each home is individual then because it's decorated in the tastes of the owners.
Of the owner.
How do you pick these homes?
Well, it's very difficult because we want to have a range of homes. We want to have ones that appeal to people who like traditional Florida look and people who like contemporary decorating. So we We sort of have to do word of mouth. But last year, at the end of the day, when we had our tour, 7 homeowners came up to me and said, we'd love to have our home on the tour. So it's been great that we've been able to find
Yeah.
so many beautiful homes.
So homeowners actually then seek you out rather than you seeking them out.
Exactly.
In a sense.
Yeah, and we're looking for next year, 2014.
Well,
so.
if any homeowner that would like to do that, how do they get a hold of you? Just at the Civic Center?
Through the Civic Center, through Beyond Ourselves, and they get the word to me through that.
That's a neat idea.
Yeah.
Very, very great idea. When is this home tour is going to take place?
Well, the home tour will be February 9th. It's a Saturday, and the hours are from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The tour will begin at the Punta Gorda Isles Civic Association on Shreve Street, 2001 Shreve Street. And at that time, you can purchase a ticket if you don't, and you can pick up a program. And this year we have a beautiful 40-page program with pictures of all the homes and pages about the Cooper Street and pages about the Backpack Kids program. So, and their program will have a map so that the people can go through the map and know how to find it. We're also going to have 22 baskets of silent auction items, which is a very successful way for us to raise money also. And those items in the baskets range from great gift certificates to restaurants, to hair salons, to art,
Yeah.
and boating excursions and lessons, sailboat lessons. And we have it all, golf certificates. So
So-
the community has been very, very generous.
Outgoing and giving those things for
They
sure.
have. We're
And of
so
course,
lucky.
that's where people sign up and put a number right next to their name that they want to bid on those baskets, right?
Well,
on
this is the way.
silent
This
auction.
is it's not a silent auction.
Oh,
This the
okay.
raffle. You will buy a ticket, raffle ticket for $1, and you can buy 30, 40 raffle tickets,
Mhm.
and you put your raffle ticket in the basket, in the basket in front of the
Right.
basket you want to buy
Okay.
or wish to bid
And-
on, and then the more tickets you put in, the better chance you have of winning. So it's been very successful for us.
And those baskets will be at the Punta Gorda Isles Civic Association
Right.
building at 2001 Shreve Street?
That's right.
Okay, where the tour again is going to start from. It's a self-organized tour. I gather it's not organized where you go from one house, everybody goes from one house to the other. Since it's from 10 o'clock until 4, you can get there at 1 or 2, get the brochure, get the map, and follow the map and,
Right,
and do your
exactly.
thing. That's, individual. Oh, what a great idea.
I think it's going to take about 3 hours
Do
to
you
do
really?
the tour, so you don't want to wait till 1 o'clock.
Okay, early.